Hey guys, what is up? InfinityHQ here, bringing you guys a different kind of video. We're going to be talking about the possibility of seeing an all-female Avengers team-up movie coming to the Marvel Universe inside of Phase 4 or maybe even beyond. This is something that's been talked about for a long time, going back to the comics. Going back in 2015, we saw the launch of an A-Force comic, which was an all-female team-up series. That comic lasted just over a year before unfortunately being cancelled due to kind of decrease in readership. But now there's talk again of the idea that this film could be becoming a reality, and we have some different pieces of evidence here to discuss in this video. We will be talking about endgame spoilers later on in the video. Later on, I will be giving a distinct warning before I go into that, but for now we're just going to be talking about things that have been said in interviews and some evidence from the past. So obviously, as I said, there was a comic fairly recently that introduced the idea of this kind of storyline. And now, recently, Brie Larson, who plays Captain Marvel, has actually spoken about this idea, saying that she was super into the idea of doing a female Avengers movie, and it's something she thought could be very powerful, iconic. And she actually reaffirmed this even more recently. Back at the time she was talking about that was around the time of Captain Marvel, and now back again with Endgame. She said, "I'm still really into this idea of an all-female Avengers team-up movie. Getting all the women together and having them work together as a team would be very powerful and iconic." Just because having seen them in Avengers Endgame, all those characters on screen, you realise the beauty of these superhero movies, that everyone has their special skills to bring to the table. And to see all the women work together and in that way as a team is not something we've seen enough of. So this is something clearly she has a strong interest in. But what about the rest of the cast? We do know from a fact from back at the time of Thor Ragnarok, when filming was underway of Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, several of the female stars of the Marvel Universe actually approached Kevin Feige, the man in charge of it all. These included Scarlett Johansson, Zoe Saldana, Pom Klementov, who plays Mantis, Karen Gillan, Tessa Thompson and Brie Larson, all approached Feige about the idea of an A-Force or Lady Liberators type of film. And he said he was generally very interested in the idea of it. So obviously we don't know what's coming with Marvel down the line quite yet. That's something that we probably aren't finding out until after Far From Home, but time will tell when we actually get that full slate. The idea of a female-driven property is something Marvel have clearly had an interest in for a long time. We had the Agent Carter TV series a while back, we had Jessica Jones. More recently we saw the massive success of Captain Marvel, which could have led to this kind of being fast-tracked a little bit after that film was just so popular and made them so much money. But even going back a couple of years, we do know that there was in fact a female-driven TV series, a team-up series, that was in development over on ABC, the channel that airs Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. This project was unfortunately shelved recently. It was meant to be written by the writer Alan Heinberg, famous for writing the Wonder Woman movie, which was a huge success. And this unfortunately ended up shelved more recently. It was given a production order before, but more recently has come out that it won't in fact be going to pilot. So yeah, this is something they clearly have an interest in. It's very possible that the reason that was shelved is because they had more plans for that on the movie side, since a TV show would have obviously been lesser known kind of characters. But as I say, time will tell. We will know when we have that Phase 4 slate out and in full, probably after Far From Home. So going into the spoilerific chunk of the video, if you haven't seen Avengers Endgame yet, then be sure to click off the video right now if you don't want it spoiled. But towards the end of the film, we do see when the characters have their hands on the Infinity Gauntlet, Carol Danvers, aka Captain Marvel, comes up to Spider-Man to take it off his hands to help fly it across to the van to send the stones back in time. And we do actually see, to help get through the Force, all the female characters including Mantis, Rescue, Valkyrie, the Wasp, all of them kind of come together alongside her and they fight through the hordes to generally get the gauntlet past Thanos. So I guess you could say this is quite a powerful scene towards this idea of it being something Marvel's interested in. It could just be a nod and kind of a whole girl power kind of moment, but on the other hand, Marvel tend to do things for a reason, and I think this was a cool, clever little idea to set up the idea of an all-female team-up movie. But I hope you guys have enjoyed this little video. If you have, make sure to like, comment, and subscribe. I'll see you on more Marvel videos. Bye!